Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York.
Fox World News.
September 13, 8:14 America, New York. Mosquitoes, feared for spreading dengue, now being bred to fight the disease. Modified mosquitoes carrying bacteria meant to interrupt the transmission of dengue have been released in Honduras, where 10,000 people are known to be sickened by the disease each year.
Mirror World News.
September 13, 8:03 America, New York. Anxious, Putin versus impatient, Kim. Body language expert reveals who came out on top. Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un met in Vladivostok for a summit that underscores how their interests are aligning in the face of their countries' intensifying confrontations with the United States. PowerPost.
September 13, 8:01 America, New York. Florida Republicans walk fine line on disaster aid, as shutdown looms. They're defiant of Democrats' demands to pair it with Ukraine aid.
Wall Street Journal World News. September 13, 8 o'clock America, New York. UAW's strike threat overshadows a shrunken Detroit auto show. The annual car event, which has had a choppy run recently, comes amid intensifying contract talks between automakers and workers. Wall Street Journal World News.
September 13, 8 o'clock America, New York. UAW strike would present new headache for Biden. The president is closely monitoring talks between automakers and workers as the 2024 election approaches.
Wall Street Journal World News.
September 13, 8 o'clock America, New York. SpaceX's Starlink demonstrates its power but still needs growth. Revenue at the satellite internet business jumped to $1.4 billion last year but has fallen short of Musk's financial projections.
WorldCBSNews.com.
September 13, 8 o'clock America, New York. Number of Americans wrongfully held overseas fell in 2022, report says. Recent cases were resolved through a variety of methods, not just prisoner swaps that were negotiated by the U.S. government.
Wall Street Journal World News.
September 13, 7:57 America, New York. American Airlines cuts profit outlook, citing new pilots' contract, higher fuel costs. American Airlines cut its current quarter-adjusted profit outlook, saying its new labor contract with its pilots' union and higher fuel prices will weigh on quarterly earnings.
The Washington Times Stories. Advocacy.
September 13, 7:52 America, New York. Manchin makes tortured calculations about risking a re-election run in Trump country. Sen. Joe Manchin III is a nuisance to the White House, unapologetically critical of his Democratic Party and increasingly alienated from voters in his home state that has turned bright red.
PowerPost.
September 13, 7:49 America, New York. Four numbers that tell the story of the opioid epidemic. Fatal drug overdoses rose to record levels even as shipments of prescription painkillers plunged. RT World News. September 13, 7:47 America, New York. China highlights iPhone security concerns. Beijing's foreign ministry has denied reports that foreign brands such as Apple are to be banned in the country.
Mirror World News.
September 13, 7:47 America, New York. Urgent iPhone warning as model pulled from shelves over unsafe radiation levels. The National Frequency Agency in France has ordered Apple to withdraw the iPhone 12 due to the high levels of electromagnetic radiation it emits and rapidly fix the issue.
The Independent.
September 13, 7:42 America, New York. Former Johnny Depp lawyer weighs in on YouTuber Ruby Franca's child abuse case. Attorney Ben Chu believes the claims Ruby Frank has made could be detrimental to her case. Copyright. Steve Helber, Pool, AFP via Getty Images.
BBC News World.
September 13, 7:41 America, New York. Austrian ex-minister Karen Kneissl moves to Russia with her ponies. Karen Kneissl is known for her links to Russia, including dancing with Vladimir Putin at her wedding. The Independent.
September 13, 7:41 America, New York. 3 wounded in southern Syria after shots fired at protesters at ruling party's local headquarters. Security guards from the Syrian president's Ba'ath Party have fired shots at protesters trying to raid its local headquarters in southern Syria, wounding at least 3 people, activists said. Copyright. Sana.
The Independent.
September 13, 7:41 America, New York. U.S. Air Force releases new images of its £585 million stealth nuclear bomber. The B-21 Raider's first flight is expected to take place later this year. Copyright USAF, SWNS.